if you want to know more about sustainability, make sure you hit subscribe. When you design the facility management and sustainability strategies within Emirates NBD, what are sort of like the key pillars for the organization for you to incorporate?
Very interesting question. The pillars of Emirates NBD. We look at the energy and we find out how to reduce the energy consumption. Following to that, we start to support that with solar plants. As of today, we are having a 418 kilowatt peak solar plants, and we're aiming for more. We're having some locations that giving full power to the grid and extra power than what is expected. We aim from there, and then we start to support this with other systems and softwares, like upgrading the BM system, building management systems, to see the health of the buildings and the energy flow. Yet we are upgrading. Recently, we have approached to upgrade all our HVACs, especially like the same like what we mentioned, the life asset span, which is the absolute ones. We have implemented that, so it will bring the best practices with best efficiencies and best readings. And then from there, we also keep LEED as a standard, and we embed it in our daily practices. So starting from the service provider running the PPMs, the planned preventive maintenance, and doing predictive maintenance, they will be able to achieve the targets which we set it, going backward to the KPIs and looking at the systems.
And was there a specific reason why you, Emirates NBD, chose LEED as the certification to put it central to the strategy, or have you looked at others as well?
We are looking at other certifications than LEED. All these certifications works on one base, which is the best environment and healthy buildings to the people and the planet for the next generations. And we follow these practices. It's not only LEED. We are having other certifications that we are working on. But LEED came. We followed mostly LEED, basically. Because we have given a focus on one area as a first go, and I would say that we have done a very great achievement through our working in parallel with the lead of the construction team. The engineering team. Because we are under the Department of Engineering and Facilities Management. So we were able to achieve 30 platinum branches and 20 gold branches, which makes Emirates NBD as the first global rank bank branches certified LEED.
Oh, that is actually quite an accomplishment, I guess.
Yes.
And is that to maintain LEED certification, and certainly when you go for platinum, which is the highest level that you can get, to maintain that level, is that complicated? Or once you have basically set your internal processes, and I guess it is again measuring the KPIs and showing the improvements, that is the most important component. How?
LEED and other certifications gives the minimum baselines and the high performance baselines. And when you have a roadmap with data analysis, you will be able to analyze your next steps. So, for example, from the other side, we have reached up to implementing 55 EV chargers. Within our portfolio, as well the 30 platinum and the 20 gold, plus the 418 solar plant which we have implemented. we are following the steps and we are following the books into setting our targets. And when you have the data, you will be able to analyze and to see what exactly, how you will be able to treat your asset from the time of procurement to the journey of operation and to the time of disposal.
Yeah.
So we also ensure from the end, through the whole journey, we ensure that even the disposal to be part of the set KPIs on the service provider to generate the right sustainability formula.
And how does that tie into, for example, the net zero 2050 goals that the government has set? Because obviously Emirates NBD, public company, much in our daily lives, I'm sure that to connect to that strategy is extremely important as well. How does that sort of like tie in, and is LEED helping in achieving those goals?
Yes. We have achieved also from the other side a 20% reduction from 2019 to 2024. And this was just adding a focus on the high asset and or the usable energy parts, which are the HVACs and the lightings. So through this upgrade, we were able to start the journey a bit earlier, and it really helped. From there, we started to implement more solar plants, and as I mentioned it earlier, that we are targeting how to make a building to be efficient, giving a grid back to 40% of its what they call power, utilization power.
So you're basically giving excess power back to the grid,
Yes.
To DEWA or whatever.
As of today, we're having one location, but we are working into this set plan. And in order to cover the full portfolio which we are covering now.
So when you look at the role of facility management in this entire process, because ultimately I think when you look at a building's life cycle, the biggest cost is during operations at the end of the day. How does facility management, in your opinion, help basically achieve ambitious goals towards net zero ultimately? And what type of practical sort of actions does your team foster inside the organization?
Yes. We focus on reducing the energy. And in order to achieve the part of reducing the energy, you need to have more predictive maintenance and to keep following the flow of the asset itself. When you achieve that, you will be able to go to the next factor, which is water. So we work also on that element of thinking of how to treat the water, because the water is the second important element, especially in this region, after the energy. Yet we keep the SLA KPIs clear, so we follow one book, which is setting the clear KPIs and SLAs with the service provider, and we ensure that they are reaching this to the end, to the part of the disposals. So we try to cover the full journey on day-to-day basis in order to bring the best practices.